folks, it's your boy Hat Free Speak. So check it out. We are going to jump in today with Queen Party, and it bleeds into Khashoggi's ship. So I want to thank Michael, let me get his last name right, Michael Leflecci, for the link for this song, Queen Party, which bleeds into the next song called Khashoggi's ship. So I don't know if it's going to have that song at the latter song at the end of this video. However, this one is called Party. Intrigued, very interested. Thank you very much for the support the channel you're giving. It's good to get Queen music out there. It's good to see Queen music still alive, you know. And I heard through the grapevine that Dr. Brian May has been signed to EMI. How bizarre. That's interesting. I think it's a great thing. It will keep him busy. Let's put it that way. It will keep him busy. How this will affect Queen with Adam Lambert going forward is we're yet to find out. Because if he's committed now to his solo career, he may be like, all right, Adam, Roger, listen, I'm going to make a new album. You know, it'd be pretty awesome, Dr. Brian May, if you happen to be watching, when you are making a new album, I would love for you to really, 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 really bring element of time travel into your album, and a song or the album theme, as if, look guys, you heard it here first, I don't know if it's going to happen, but the album theme, since you're into the space and all that good stuff, Dr. Brian May, as if the album theme is about time travel, that you personally have gone back in time to key parts in Queen's musical history, and you've sort of taken elements of sound from that era. Does that make any sense? Hit me up. I can talk about that concept with you. I think it would be really, really awesome if you did something like that. It would be something different, and it would definitely suit you to the ground, my friend. Absolutely. So with that being said, folks, be sure to bang that subscribe button, notification bell, give the video a like, give it a share, because we're going to jump in today with Queen Party. It's a first time listen, first time reaction, and I'm guessing it's from the Miracle album. And I guessed that because the album art is from that album. Alright folks, Queen, dope ass music, and I really, really appreciate it. I'm actually learning still to this day how great of a band they are, and very, very loving guys, loving people. There's nothing more I can say that can enhance what I haven't said already, but loving guys, appreciate their music and love what they've done for music industry, the British music industry that is, and how they sort of really didn't have an easy ride, you know, even with some of the controversy around some of their music videos. You know, you look back now, you think like, really? You know, so sometimes I kind of think sometimes when people get jealous of talent, it's easy just to X them out or ignore them, you know, that, oh no, we don't want to do that. But yeah, it happens, you know, that's life. But it's good to see they've been given their roses, and their legacy shall continue, no doubt, absolutely. So let's jump in without further ado.
We had a good night, jamming away. There was a full moon showing. We started to play, but in the cold light of day, next morning, the party was over. The party was over. We got love and we got style and we got sex, and no one know we got what it takes. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yo, that's banging. That is banging. You know what I like about that song? That had that was we're talking about time travel. That song encompassed everything about that. We had him scatting, bebopping, whatever. The guitar sounds was absolutely fabulous. And also, guys, I'll be honest with you, it had an American vibe to it. It had a American rock and roll vibe to it. I'll be honest with you. That's the vibe I got from it. And that was absolutely amazing. I love it. That was something else. If it wasn't for Freddie, I would not even know this was a Queen song. It's just his voice is so... you can distinguish his voice from other singers very easily, right? If his vocals were not on this track, I would have zero clue this was a Queen song. Absolutely zero idea whatsoever, you know. And it has this real American sound to it. And initially, when it started kicking off and it was like party stuff, I could imagine it being recorded in the night time. I can imagine. I know from the reaction, well, from the songs I've been reacting to, that perhaps Dr. Brian May wasn't too pleased with it, you know, tarnishing. We heard Freddie talk about sex. You know, we heard him talk about what happens in the parties and stuff. You know, he's touching all these elements that are a bit taboo, perhaps, and yet he goes, "Take it away, Brian." In essence, the only thing I will say it has a similarity to is Invisible Man. If you listen to the Invisible Man, listen to the way the tempo and beat changes sometimes in that song, and listen to this one at the beginning and how it has that, I wouldn't say same genetic makeup, but it has similar clothing in essence, right? It has a similarity to the Invisible Man. All right, folks, while I'm here, I'm going to refer to that book to see what the crack is regarding this song. So do bear with me. All right, folks, here it is. So Party. Musicians: Freddie Mercury, lead vocals, backing vocals, piano, synthesizers, programming; Brian May, electric guitar, backing vocals; Roger Taylor, drums, programming, backing vocals; John Deacon, bass, electric guitar. Wow, they really went to town with this song. Genesis: sequencing an album is not an easy thing to do. It requires an understanding of the structure of a disc, an introduction that makes you sit up and listen. Then from the second track onward, the tune that carries the album along in the same way. A movie progresses with action, suspense, tenderness, and finally a dramatic finale. Queen chose an energetic piece for an introduction to this long-awaited disc, which was their first in 3 years. Here, Freddie as a lead singer recalls a party he had been at the night before. "We had a good night jamming away. There was a full moon showing and we wanted to play." The full moon, baby! I talked about the full moon before. I had a friend, once the full moon was out, yo, all bets were off the table. Oh, you bet ya! All bets are off the table. That town is going to be turned upside down when your boy used to get around. Whew. Luckily, that's all in the past, so I hope. All right. But beneath the apparently light-hearted surface, Party contains a more subtle message. Each verse concludes with a advocation of the day after. But in the cold light of day, the next morning, party was over and everybody's gone away. The song sets the tone. The party is over. There is a paradox of the miracle. The group appears with its old unity intact, presenting a number of songs that are truly exceptional, but it was all a time of reckoning for Freddie. Later in the album, last track, was it all worth it? Freddie gives his answer to the question raised in Party. Yes, it was a worthwhile experience. It was worth it. Was it all worth it? An absolute banger of a song. Absolute banger of a song, which we all can relate to. I really relate to that song. Production. The guitar riffs in Party are impressive. The compulsive rhythm programmed on a Linn 9000, the most recent of the Linn drum machines. Unfortunately, after the considerable advantages offered by the Linn LM1 and the Linn drum used in much of the pop music of the early 1980s, the Linn 9000 produced a thin and uninteresting sounds that were no better than those available from an entry-level electric keyboard of the period. As a result, there is little difference between the rhythm section of Party and that of Great Donna Summer's disappointing This Time I Know It's For Real, which came out in the same year. This probably explains why Roger Taylor went back to his drums for the other tracks on the album. A wise decision. So they're saying the drum machine they used was rubbish, basically. In other words, it was absolute baloney. So Roger Taylor was like, sod this, mate, I'm going back to my drums. What's the point of having a drummer if you're just going to press the buttons on the drum machine? let's forget about the keyboard. Let's go back to bare basics. Alright folks, that was my reaction. Short and sweet. Hopefully, you might be thinking, Free Speech, you're about almost 14 minutes in. What do you mean short and sweet? Go check out my playlist, folks, if you're new. Go check it out. Welcome to the channel. We shall continue. The show must go on. Enough said. Make sure you are staying safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.